It's July 25th, 2015. Don't forget to feed the fucking Yorkies, Matt. And this is your Fortean Slip News.
From openminds.tv. Colorado witness says disc UFO hovered over neighbor's home. A Colorado witness at Commerce City reported watching two bright red disc-shaped UFOs where one of the objects hovered over a neighbor's house, according to testimony in case number, I like how they number the cases, 68220 from Mutual UFO Network Witness Reporting Database. The event occurred between 9:15 or about 9:15 on July 15th, 2015, when a husband and wife were watching television, and the husband decided to step outside and repair a light. Something.
A light? He
yes.
went outside to. He went outside to smoke a joint.
He might just maybe he's sneaking that on his wife, and she don't know. Well,
yeah, honey, I gotta go fix the light.
Honey, I saw a UFO. I swear to God.
Yeah, it's called a drone, you jackass.
Yeah.
Something bright red came into view, the husband said. I saw it was disc-shaped. I ran into the house to alert my wife of what I was looking at. She got mad at me and came outside. I looked up and said it was an airplane from the DIA airport and went back into the house. The wife also thought she may have seen nearby fireworks. Our house has lots of windows. When my wife yelled at me to come take a look at what she was seeing in the window, what she thought to be fireworks, one of them was a flying disc, and it was right up close to the house. I saw it really well and joked with the wife and said it was an invasion. The object hovered closer to home. Then it hovered over the house for a while. My wife told me to go outside and get a better look.
Quit interrupting American Idol, damn it.
When I said no, she asked, "Are you afraid?
Can you tell them UFOs to stop bothering us, Steve?"
She said, "Are you afraid? Are they scared they will take you?" I said, "Yes, I am." And then I noticed two F-16s, and then the disc headed east and followed the other red disc.
I'm going to stay in here and watch TV. You go out and look at the UFO.
The witnesses also noticed helicopters. He said, then I noticed two black helicopters headed in the same
path. They have the fucking Cash Landrum incident?
I guess so. I was scared. Yes, I was. Wow, I hope we never see this again. But we'll never forget.
He tried the handle on his fucking door to the house. It was hot.
Yeah. He built a fucking mountain out of his mashed potatoes.
The witness
I've seen this before.
The witness tried to report the events to the Air Force.
Weren't you in Jaws?
By the way, I called the Air Force and they laughed at me. I'm glad you people understand that they are here and more and more and have been for a long time. Thank you.
I just like how if there's ever an alien invasion, we're all fucked because nobody's going to take the report.
Nobody cares anymore. That's it. The Air Force just laughs at you now, apparently.
What's the number for the Air Force exactly?
I don't know.
Like this guy called the Air Force bullshit.
Can you look it up in the yellow pages? Under
like an Air Force recruiter.
That's probably who he reported it to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on in. We'll sign you up.
From IFL Science.
Yeah. We got programs that look into that. Sure. Just sign up for basic training.
From IFLScience.com. This is my favorite. This tree can grow over 40 different kinds of fruit. Sounds fun. The enchanted-looking tree harbors a wondrous secret. Using an ancient technique called chip grafting, artist and Syracuse University professor Sam Van Aken has carefully nurtured trees that can bear over 40 different types of stone fruits.
Witchcraft, peaches, I say!
Peaches, nectarines, apricots, and almonds. Ooh, I love apricots. I like almonds too, but apricots.
When are they going to do that with pot plants?
They already
40
do.
different kinds? Ooh. On one plant though, Chris?
Trust me, I'm sure there's somebody working on it.
Right now, literally.
And
I'm
if
sure
not,
some
there's-
stoner fucking grower somewhere saw this story and was like, wow.
And if they don't get it right the first time, they'll just keep on trying. The process is one of patience over several years. Van Aken splices branches with buds of
I guess
various
you've never
varieties.
been with a group of people trying to get high in the middle of the night without a fucking utensil, Steve.
No, I've never had that luxury.
Let me tell you, you
or
get pretty
opportunity.
ingenuitive.
I bet you do. Anyway, he grafts all these various branches into the base of a branch, and it's called a working tree. By springtime, the tree of 40 fruit sprouts pink and purple blossoms in the summer, and the tree begins to bear fruits of all kinds. Part of the idea behind the tree of 40 fruit was couldn't he come up with a better name for the damn thing? The tree of 40 fruit was to plant them in locations that people would stumble upon them, said Van Aken, speaking to the National Geographic in a video. And once they happen upon these trees, they would start to question, why are all the leaves shaped differently? Why are there different colors? Dozens of these trees have been planted around the U.S., and you can find out online somewhere, because there's a link in this article. I'm going to click it, if there's one near you somewhere.
Ah.
I don't know how to find out, though. Oh, there's like 116 of them. That's pretty cool. I don't think there's any near me, though.
An orchard of 40 fruit of 40 trees.
I
Or
bet
you
you
put
if
it-
people
it
start
sounds
doing that,
like-
I bet you if people start doing that with weed, there'll be way more than that.
I bet you.
It sounds like some sort of like Asian proverb.
A
Tree of 40 fruit.
Let's look at the is it the I King or the I Ching? I don't know how you pronounce
You
that
must
shit.
have wood, water, and mushroom to grow tree of 40 fruit.
But master, why did you carry her over the river? Why are you still carrying her, son?
From, I don't even know how to pronounce this, HAARETZ.com. Haaretz?
I don't fucking know.
Who cares? Discovery in Israel pushes back dawn of agriculture to 23,000 years ago. Humans living in wood huts were growing grain with pesky proto-weeds 11,000 years earlier than thought, an international team of scientists finds. Evidence of cereal cultivation. That's what it says, cereal cultivation. They were growing Cheerios.
if you've got cereal, it's gotta be ancient aliens.
It probably was. Evidence of cereal cultivation has been discovered at a 23,000-year-old site in Galilee, doubling the age of the first attempts at farming. Prehistoric man in the Levant was known to have cultivated wheat 12,000 years ago. That is believed to be roughly when agriculture revolution began, changing society and indeed the whole planet. Cultivation is believed to predate settlement, so only its advent could foster the development of property accrual for civilization itself. The conclusion by an international team of archaeologists from Haifa University? I don't know. Bar Ilan, I don't even, a bunch of universities over there. I can't pronounce because they're like foreign names. Anyway, they rely on three things found on the shores of the Seas of Galilee when it was at a particularly low point. One is
Trees, water, and mushrooms.
You always
Trees,
gotta
water,
have
and
those
mushrooms.
things. You
haven't
can
got
find
to the big-
ancient civilization, Matt.
Yeah. One is a higher than expected presence of domestic type wheat and barley rather than the wild sort. Two is a higher than expected presence of proto-weeds that annoy farmers by growing
Were they
beautifully together.
eaten by
with crop
proto
plants.
chickens?
Could have been.
Did they smoke this proto weed?
The third is the
Did they
discovery
have
of sickles.
proto weed with 40 fruit?
The third is a discovery of sickles and other stone tools for cutting and harvesting cereal plants. These sickles with flints embedded in wood and bone handles are among the oldest ever found. The site was excavated. I can't even read this morning. I know. For 6 reasons by Professor Danny Nadal of Zinman Institute of Archaeology at the University of Haifa. The digs exposed 6 brush huts, a grave, well-preserved remains of both animal and plant foods, and beads from Mediterranean seashells and stone tools. Well, that sounds...
They grow tomatoes?
They might have grown tomatoes, but...
We found evidence of vitrification.
I'm not even sure what vitrification is, but... I lost the last story, so I'm stalling to
I lost the last story.
You know those little red X's at the top of your screen? If you click off the wrong one.
Yeah. That's exactly how they do it on NBC, Steve.
It is exactly how they do it. It's how Ricky Gervais started. That's all I know.
You keep telling yourself that, son.
I keep telling myself that. From the BuffaloNews.com. Chautauqua County, I love that word, Chautauqua County cuts funding for Bigfoot Center project. Oh, really? That sucks. Funding for the proposed Bigfoot Center at Dewitville was removed from the contingency account for tourism activities during the meeting of the Chautauqua County legislature on Wednesday. The $1 million Bigfoot Center is proposed by sponsors of the annual Bigfoot Expo in Dewitville, a gathering of hopefuls seeking evidence of the legendary Sasquatch. I've been to that. I'm not so hopeful. The request had been for $10,000, and the fund... I'm just not. The request has been for $10,000, and the funding committee recommended $5,400.
Why don't you just go woo? It works for everybody else.
I probably should. $5,400 contingent on proof that the project is viable. The request also was approved by the Planning and Economic Development Committee, but was scratched by the Audit and Control Committee. There's too damn many committees, is what I think. The resolution was amended, and the group was left out of the current cycle for funding. However, the Lucy Town Half Marathon and 5K race in Jamestown received $8,060 in the resolution, and 2 other bicycle tours, the Chautauqua Grand Fondo Cycling Tour and the Chadwick Bay Bike Run, received $6,800 and $3,600 respectively. So
that's kind of jacked up, really, because, I mean, how much could those little, ribbons at the finish line actually cost?
I don't know. But, Jamestown is the hometown of Lucille Ball.
It's not the ribbon, Matt. It's the big banner that goes
it's the big banner that
over the ribbon.
Up their funding.
So here's my guess: was what Chautauqua County's doing is Jamestown
not wasting money on Bigfoot.
Not wasting. But see, they're all about Lucille Ball because Jamestown, and that's her hometown, and her museum is there. So they're gonna, they don't want to draw attention away from Lucille Ball because of Bigfoot or anything. That's my guess.
Who was the last year's champion of the annual Lucille Ball foot race there, Steve?
I don't know. I've never been to it.
Exactly.
The legislature also approved an additional $15,000 in funding for dredging projects in Dunkirk, which sounds fun. In other matters, we don't care because we don't live in Chautauqua County.
But no Bigfoot thingy.
No Bigfoot museum, and I feel bad because the guy has been... I don't feel bad because, well, I've met the guy that's trying to get it through, but I do feel bad because he's been pushing and pushing for a few years now to get New York State to recognize Bigfoot as a, laws against shooting him and shit like that. And it's kind of funny because he always fails. But he keeps going. He keeps trying very hard.
Yeah, him and Todd Standing.
Well, yeah. He owns...
Whatever happened to Todd Standing?
Bankruptcy, exposure, debunking.
Being an asshole.
Yeah.
And just general
So
stuff.
my Muppet videos
the Jim Henson Company called one of their Muppets back.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so my Muppet videos were pretty spot on.
Yeah. Pretty much. We don't see him around very much anymore, do we? Darn it all. It was fun while it lasted.
Yes, it was.
Anyway, that's the news. No Bigfoots in Chautauqua.
Speaking of fun while it lasted.
Somebody give me Mick West!